What's up, guys? Coming to you live, as always. The Sports Brotherhood. As always, we got Richie in the house, as well as Isaac. Isaac, what's going on?
What's going on, buddy? It's good to talk to you again.
So today we're going to be doing a little Olympic recap. I think we've went over most of the games so far with the Olympics. So just do a quick little recap, kind of talk about what we saw, what transpired, and obviously talk about dominance in the gold medal game. We were waiting for that the entire Olympics, and we got it. Gold medal game, 96-66 win over Serbia. So yeah, I guess, Isaac, what are your initial impressions just as a whole for Team USA?
Well, you said waiting on that, and I think the rest of the world in terms of the United States is waiting on Kevin Durant, to give you, that game. We were just waiting for him to just eventually explode on these guys because, let's face it, even a Kevin Durant mid-range jumper is better than half the offenses in the NBA. And so when you have all these guys that aren't even in our league, KD's got to take over. It's time for him to just put in work, and he did. It was good to see, Coach K, he didn't forget how to teach them defense, even though he can't teach them offense. This entire
they have limited practice time. I have to come to his defense. All right, continue.
I don't care, man. Like our entire offenses are just predicated on it's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. Essentially, you might as well have Brad Stevens coach this team because bring back Scott Brooks, have him coach that OKC isolation offense, because that's exactly what we just did. We just out-talented the rest of the world and then turned up the defensive intensity. Having Coach Tibbs on your bench right next to you probably helps out in that regard, but just the overall mentality of our team that finally want to play, for real and actually play defense, because it's a gold medal game, man. And I said we would win the rest of the games by at least 10 points, didn't I?
Yes. When did you say that? Was that our bracket selection when we did the quarterfinal, semifinal?
It was.
Okay. All right. So we didn't win all of them by double digits though. Spain, I said we'd win by 5, and we won by 6.
We were up by 11, and then 3-point foul. He got foul shooting a 3-pointer. I think it was Mirotic, something like pump faked and jumped, and Paul George. I was like, that's the only reason why it wasn't a 10-point game though. Like we controlled that game from start to finish. To me,
I would say
you're up by 10 the entire
first
game.
First quarter, we didn't jump out to 10 points right away. I feel like the first quarter was pretty back and forth. But yeah, I got you. We weren't. I mean, it wasn't. It would get down to like 4 to 5 points, and then we'd put it back to 10. It'd get down to 4 points. We'd put it back. All right, I got you. But
you never felt nervous about that game, did you?
I always feel nervous. Always. I'm literally like watching games. It feels like I'm coaching them because I'm like that's just how I see the game. Not that I'm like, oh, I'm this awesome coach. I'm not saying that, but like, how they always talk about like coaches are never comfortable. You'll be up 10 with 30 seconds left, and they're thinking about how that's just like every game that I watch, like when I'm watching the Warriors, they went 73-9 in every game. I was like, oh, they could lose this one, they could lose it. Like there's not one time that I'm just like, nah, they did.
I don't think anyone currently living knows that I know that better than anyone. Like they're in the playoff games, you're just panicking, you're texting them, God, they're gonna run away with the game, they're gonna kill us. Like I'm just like, calm down, bro. Like we've seen 2 plays.
You know what? Now let me say this. I was right. Like I was right about like Western Conference Finals. I said game 1, I was like, oh my God, blah 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 blah. They did come back and pull a miracle out, and they got that. But the Cleveland series, I don't even know what happened there. That was just Curry getting hurt. It was just so weird.
Let's not go there because bro.
Yeah. That's another day. Anyways, so as we have a tendency to ramble, so back on Team USA. So you said Coach K did not forget how to teach defense, and KD took over pretty much.
Essentially, and just individual brilliance, individual focus in terms of we got to win this. Like it's time to take it home. It's kind of wrap up business, we've had a fun, chasing after the Brazilian beautiful women around here. It's time to, buckle up and then fly home. We got to get home. Mama's got some hot chicken waiting on the counter for us when we get back, baby. It's time to get back to America, man. We knew what time it was.
That is fair. My main thing, and I've said this before, the big 4-letter F word, flow. So when they have the flow, when the flow go, they're unstoppable. When they don't have it, it looks like first time we played Serbia. It definitely looks like France. Like you can still play good basketball and have open shots, and they're not going just because it's not like not subconscious out there. They're out there thinking like, oh, should I pass this? I have an open shot, but can I get someone more? It's not just instinct. And the last 3 games, even the Spain game, the beginning of Serbia final was ugly. Like the first 5 minutes, our offense was terrible. And then it just clicked. They got some dunks. They got some energy going that way. KD with that one steal. Defense, as you mentioned, locked down. And it's just like everything just came together. Besides Jimmy Butler, I don't know why he couldn't make a shot. But everything just came together. KD, as you said, lights out, dominated. I think there's that dunk that I was just talking about. Crossed somebody over, did a hop step, and just went strong with 2 hands and threw it down. I was waiting for that the entire series.
See, but I think my interpretation of flow and yours are 2 very different things. Like, I think that, especially in this case, your interpretation of flow is kind of just results based. I think they were getting the exact same shots the entire time. I mean, they had 93 points. They had like 93 points against Serbia the first time around, and we're playing with like 8 less minutes here.
I want to say the first time we actually scored more, 197.
Was it? I thought it was like 95 to like 92 or something like that. Or was something.
It was 197 was France. So yeah, it was a 3-point game.
Yeah, there was just no defense being played, and maybe defensive level I can dig with that, but
that's what I'm saying. Like overall, the team, like when they got the stops and they got out, like okay, that's their thing, but they also were just hitting their shots, and it was so refreshing to see.
See, but I think the offense hasn't been the problem. I mean, at all the entire playoff. I feel the looks that we get are just the looks we get because we don't run any offense whatsoever. And I feel like essentially what happened was that we just turned it up on defense. Like we just knew what time it was, and we knew that. I mean, they were in their 40s like in the fourth quarter at one point. Like
you mean first half? Yeah.
No. It was like late in the third. They were in their
third.
40s.
I thought you said first. My bad. All right.
No. Like late in the third quarter. Like
yep.
They didn't even score like 45 points like late in the third. I'm just like, we're gonna win this because our defense. It's that simple. And when I think of flow, though, I think of the ball moving and actually touching different hands and stuff. We did get a couple of those plays because they just happened organically.
Oh yeah.
It's not like we set these up and we had movement happening. It just happened. It was like 2K. It just happened. And and that's why I think Greg Popovich is important because he's actually going to bring offensive flow to what we do. And I think the idea of having KD and Stephen Curry on the court at the same time with a Popovich offense sounds much more intriguing than the crap we were watching.
But how do you? This was a team that not everybody obviously, but a lot of the players turned it down. So their whole plan after 2004 was we're implementing a system, we're implementing players and teams that we can call up and have a legit international organization. So half of those players turned it down. So they're dealing with players that have never played internationally before. And then I think they started like really working together like July 8th or something like that. And they had their practices before. But once the Olympics started, I don't think they really practiced. Like they would maybe practice.
It's because they don't have to.
I don't know. Do you think that there's also part of that just being like, hey, you guys are playing 8 games over the course of like 3 weeks, and then you have an NBA season coming up? Don't you think that maybe Coach K's kind of like, hey, we're we're going to save your body a little bit. You're playing all these minutes. You don't need to do rigorous practices. I guess it does come down to the fact that they don't have to, but I mean, if they keep that structure, how are they ever really going to run, I don't even want to say advanced sets, basic sets without cohesion time?
Well, I mean, I just trust in the fact that all their basketball IQs are that of such that they can pick up simplistic ass movement. I'm just saying, like, all those guys there didn't get there just because their own physical ability, and those are really smart players. Paul George is a really smart player. Um, let's go to Kyle Lowry. He's a really smart player. I mean, he came through from Villanova, and didn't have much to bring to the table himself, but he just refined his skill and got smarter as a player. Like, there are a lot of KD's a really smart player. Draymond Green's a really smart player, and they didn't even play that guy that much for some reason. Like,
flip that on its head? Who's the dumbest player on the Team USA?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yes, I love it.
And no, it's not. I mean, I love.
Not even close.
I love DeMarcus Cousins, and I played with the Sacramento Kings in NBA 2K. Okay, like, I love DeMarcus Cousins.
They're going to be brutal next year with no Rondo or Rudy Gay. Didn't Rudy Gay move, or is he still there?
He's still there. But, right. I mean, it's not like Rondo brought much to the table defensively or anything. He can't shoot. I mean, he hunts for assists and he gets you nice numbers. That's about it.
He does hunt for assists really bad. And so bad.
Westbrook's got some of that in him too, I feel.
Yeah, but at least he can do other things. He can score. Rondo's just like, no, I'm going to dribble for 14 seconds and try to get an assist. But
pretty much.
So, all right, we went over overall thoughts, kind of touched on the Serbia game. What was the most, besides the, obviously a close score? So we had Serbia first time, France, those are both 3, Australia was 8, Spain was 6. So I think that was probably, besides 2004, but even then I think our wins were all lopsided. What was really what was the thing that kind of surprised you the most? Like, what was besides that, like, besides the scores, like, what's something that you're like, oh, okay, whether it be talent of the world, any of the players' lack of performance, players' individual performance, whatever the case is?
Maybe it's just like, the outlandishness, because you had some of that in you too, in terms of how you guys were reacting to how come they're not killing them and how come they're not slaughtering these teams. And
we have to. It's a standard. We've set the standard. You got to uphold it. It's success in sports is only measured by expectations, and if they set the bar high, that's their own. Got to do it. Got to come through.
But maybe you're just setting the bar too low in the world.
I mean, they clearly showed that that's not the case. We just dominated the gold medal game because we pulled our head out of our ass.
It wasn't even bad. It was just like we just played defense. The offense was almost exactly the same.
Pulled our head out. We pulled our head out of our ass, and our pick and roll defense. I was worried about that in the gold medal game, and we just shut them the F down on that pick and roll. It was beautiful.
They can't shoot either. I mean, I think that what are they 4 for 16 or something like that from the ring.
You know why? Because they didn't have any flow. I had to throw that in there.
I mean, you said it yourself earlier. I mean, they were missing wide open shots, stuff, dude.
Exactly. When you don't have flow, you're gonna. It's.
I think flow. Like I said, your interpretation of flow, because they sound like they were like individual brilliance that they were relying upon. They just didn't have any, NBA level talent to really break down people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But when they did get open shots, I feel like they're still just clank.
Not good enough. Because they're not good enough, okay?
Exactly.
We're used to guarding, 3-point line a little further out, and you couple that with athleticism that Team USA has at their disposal on the defensive end. When you have arms like KD and Paul George on your wings, like, what are you going to do against that as a young Serbian 28-year-old? Like, come on, bro.
You said a young Serbian 28-year-old. Like, that ain't young in sports terms. He might as well be 50 in real life.
Boy plays 28 is like your prime, like your prime years. You're never gonna get better physically or mentally. Well, you can get better mentally, but you're not gonna get better physically than when you're at 28. It's like the peak.
No debate. But you said a young 28. Like, you emphasized the young, like,
because that's like because if you're good, that's your prime year. Like, if you're anything that's anything in the NBA, you will never produce more physically than at 28. Like LeBron 3 years ago when he was still running people down and swatting them from behind and whatnot.
Curry right now.
Yes, Kevin Durant right now. Klay
Yep.
Thompson in a couple of years. Like, and
that will be interesting.
We were also looking at the fact that first of all, Klay's entering his prime. That's kind of freaky, but like the fact that Kyrie Irving is 24. What the hell were you doing at 24?
24.
Not winning NBA championships. That's what I was doing. Okay.
Trying to get a job. That's what I was doing at 24.
I think I was like trying to get out of Jimmy John's or Village Inn or something like that. God, 24, man.
I think
go
Kyrie,
back and talk to that young man.
I think Kyrie has the job aspect locked down pretty well.
Yeah. Remember we were speaking about that on Brotherhood actually, how he's starting that Hall of Fame resume pretty strong. He's already made an All NBA team. He's an NBA champion now. He was Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star. That's a pretty solid start.
And what was it? Derrick Rose is going to become the first MVP to not get in the Hall of Fame.
That's frightening when you think about it, man. But it kind of hurts the heart, especially when you think about all the people just crush him whenever they can. Like you see the numbers.
I refuse to crush Derrick Rose. Like as far as I feel bad for the guy.
But he makes it like so easy on himself. He says so much stupid shit.
Yeah, because he sounds like he's a soft ass little baby, but still, I mean, his knee it was bad. Like it was bad.
Hey, but he's got a graduation to go to in like 20 years, so he's got to get his life together.
I'd see, and that's totally cool. That's fair because exactly saying stuff like that, you're like, dude, come on, what are you doing?
Let's just say that he's not media savvy.
Not media savvy, nor is he. Yeah, I guess that's probably a good way to put it.
That's probably the best way I can say it without being mean.
Yep, that is fair. But yeah, Kyrie, man, like he wasn't for him. We honestly probably lose a game. That Australia game, Melo started the fourth quarter, but man, he scored like 10 points straight, had some really nice assists, ridiculous finishes. Yeah, that dude, he's legit. He's a real deal.
As special as they come. He's got as much talent as anyone.
No doubt there. So
I'm kind of thinking about the idea that we haven't seen the best of Kyrie. I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
Or maybe we have. I don't know.
I think if we have not seen the best of Kyrie Irving, it's only because, or we won't see a better Kyrie Irving. It'll be because his body breaks down.
That's what I meant. I was going with like the devil's advocate, Derrick Rose approach. Like, I don't know.
Hey, but at least he got it done though, didn't he?
He did, and honestly, he'll be back for the next Olympics. I would hope Steph's going to be there. Like, what this was such kind of answer my own question. This was such a weird year in the Olympics because it was just everything was in limbo. Like you had Argentina, they were getting old. Spain didn't have Marc Gasol, which would have been huge. For some reason, they didn't have touche. They didn't have Serge Ibaka either. It was just weird. Australia's coming up. Serbia, they're legit, but it wasn't.
Man, like Australia.
Oh, they should have medaled. They definitely should have medaled. That bronze medal game, they called a blocking foul on Patty Mills. Juan Carlos Navarro was essentially tripping and just threw it up, and they called a foul on him. Terrible call. 5 seconds left. Now Australia did have a chance to win, and they didn't even get a shot off. I think the ball got thrown in the backcourt. It was ridiculous, but it was bad.
It just shows even as much as we do complain about our referees here, they're the best in the world also. We crush our refs.
That is fair.
But we've never had high definition television. We've never had camera angles at these views where we can see a player's balls bounce out of his goddamn shorts. Like, we don't see a bead of sweat that doesn't fall off a player nowadays, man. And to be a referee, and especially in social media, it's just got to be one of the toughest jobs in the world.
Well, sign me up for that. I'd take that job any day of the week.
Brother, you ain't lying.
So, who do you think, we'll kind of wrap up on this. Who do you think from this team right now, who's going to be back in 2020? Jesus Christ, that's weird to say. Who's coming back 2020?
We're so old.
2020, it's not even going to be 2016. Like, no, who's coming back in 2020?
Katie's done. DeMarcus Cousins
What?
will be back. Katie's will be 32 by then.
Oh.
So he's gonna be winning championships with Golden State, playing late into June every single year. He's not playing in the Olympics again in 3 or 4 years, bro. No.
Oh yeah, he's totally playing. He's just gonna take a reduced role and play 15 minutes a game instead of 30.
I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. He's gonna be too good to be played in 15 minutes a game.
All right,
Still
so no KD, no. Who's the other guy?
Well, let's just say who will still be there. Let's just do that.
Still be there.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Disagree.
You know, he's like young as crap.
Yeah, no. I just I.
How old is DeMarcus Cousins? Like,
24.
he's 24.
1 year at Kentucky.
Dude. Oh crap.
9.
No. I was trying to use Siri. She looked up Marcus Cousins, and he's 29 for some reason.
First off, who the hell is Marcus Cousins, and why did she pick up Marcus and not DeMarcus?
Because black names are really hard for Siri to interpret.
Oh my gosh, who is?
I can't put that on Siri.
Siri's too white for you, bro.
I'm gonna look up Daquan Cook next.
Daquan Cook. Who is Dane Cook? Like, no, Daquan, not Dane.
Like,
Dane Cook is 39 years old.
Well, first of all, DeMarcus Cousins will be back. Kyrie Irving will be back.
How old was Cousins? Did we get a verdict?
I'll look it up real quick. But we know. Let me just dip on you for 2 seconds. We know DeMarcus will be back. We know John Wall can probably come. Damian Lillard could probably show up. I don't know how
Damian Wall.
Why?
I'll say on this team, I'll say Paul George. I'll say Klay Thompson. I will say DeAndre Jordan. I will say no Kyle Lowry, no DeMar DeRozan, no Jimmy Butler.
You said no Jimmy Butler. Why is that?
I'll say Draymond Green.
Dude,
I think Jimmy Butler is. I kept saying all year that this was our B team. I think he's the definition of an Olympic B teamer. I mean, I love Jimmy Butler. He's third best shooting guard in the league, but maybe second. But I don't. Actually, he's second. I would take him over Harden all day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'd take Harden. I mean,
I'm not a fan of Harden at all.
If I had Harden with a coach like Greg Popovich or Steve Kerr, like or just even like Budenholzer out in Atlanta, like I think that certain guys can get certain guys to buy in when they put an offensive system out there, and you've seen how beautiful it can be. And when you get a guy with the hardened talent or Steph Curry, because Steph Curry, when Mark Jackson was there, he ran almost everything in isolation, bro. Like
for Jermaine O'Neal in the high post, like what are you doing?
They used to run like him in the post, like run sets.
They would run Jermaine O'Neal sets. Oh yeah, trust me, you're preaching to the choir there. And I think it was just because he used to play with him in Indy. He was just like, all right.
No, but even then, like, Steph Curry's individual brilliance still granted him over 20 points per game. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got him, along with his own individual growth incrementally every year. But then, you put him in the system that just focuses on all his talents and all these open looks he's getting, and he just kept getting better and kept getting better. There are people who still think that, LeBron James is the best player in the world, and that is fine. That's fair, but I still say when Steph Curry is 100%,
oh, you already know,
he's the most frightening thing I've ever seen in my life. He's frightening.
I think that the key thing there is healthy, and people are so blinded by what prisoners of the moment. So, we obviously just saw. Yeah, we obviously just saw it. So it's that simple, and it's like, nah, dig back a couple layers. It's not always that simple.
You dig back a couple layers and you throw that guy who dropped that 40-foot bomb in Oklahoma City, and you bring him out here and you put
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving on that guy. Come on, bro. Like,
He couldn't shake Kevin Love at the end of the game. Like
to be
that
fair,
says it all. That says it all right there.
I see. I disagree. I think Kevin Love just knew that the guy had no choice but to shoot that three. You know.
But
So
he gave him
Kevin Love he's not a good defender, but he's still a smart player. You know.
But what I'm saying is he gave him
Scrappy.
like 3 or 4 moves, Scrappy. He gave him like 3 or 4 moves and could not get around him. He had Tristan Thompson stepping out and checking him on a pick and roll. Like it was weird. We're getting totally off topic again, but
that's true. But to be fair, Tristan Thompson is one of the best pick and roll defenders in the league. I mean, they probably won because of Tristan Thompson and his ability to guard the perimeter.
There's no doubt. But let's also be real that Steph Curry on a healthy day would be able to break both of those down one-on-one. Like there's nothing that they could do.
That kind of also spoke to how injured Steph Curry's basketball IQ was too, because he should have just won and just got the 2 points. But he was so focused on getting that three. Kevin Love was like, "No, it's not happening, bro. It's not happening. You better go inside because I'm not leaving the 3-point line."
Yep, and it's honestly they got bailed out so many times in the regular season just by Steph being like, "Just what? Like, what are you doing?" And it goes in. Like, they probably had 7 wins just by Steph being ridiculous.
7 wins in 19 non-played fourth quarters.
7 rings and 0 rings this year. Got one last year, but all right. So back on track. We'll wrap this up. So you said coming back, you had Cousins, Kyrie, Paul George. What were the other ones?
DeAndre Jordan.
Jordan, Cousins.
John Wall. I'm telling you, he's going to make it.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I disagree there. I'm not a big John Wall fan.
I love some John Wall.
I'd rather take Lily over John Wall. He's got the shot.
I know, but he doesn't have the D. I mean, Lillard you can stick him on the best perimeter player on almost any team and just be like, okay, get him. Except for Steph Curry. He got his ass lit up. But but he does that. He did that to everyone, to be fair.
Yes.
Like, I think San Antonio. Oh, yeah. And then you throw in. I think that Damian Lillard is just kind of the brand new Mike Conley. He's a better player than Mike Conley, but he's going to be that guy that's always left out. I just feel like he's going to be that guy that, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the road, our kids are going to have no idea who he is. And we're going to be like, man, y'all didn't know who Dame Lillard was, dude.
He's going to be the fat lever.
Maybe, but he's like diet Steph Curry,
Oh, no doubt. When that playoff series, like, I was just like, wow. Like, that was the first time that I watched consecutive games of Damian Lillard and not just like, oh, yeah, I check the Blazers game like once every couple weeks or whatever. No, like, dude is totally Steph Curry. What'd you say, diet Steph Curry?
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. Like, that is so perfect because it's –
maybe not diet Steph Curry, maybe Steph Curry 0.
Curry 0. There you go. Just 1 calorie. Not even enough. Yes.
So but
spot on.
Dame can make it because I think a lot of the star point guards, like I don't think Steph Curry is playing on the next one, so I think Dame can make it. But that's if John Wall doesn't lock his ass up during tryouts. It's just all about really how in 2019, at the end of that season, how they are going into that. I mean, like, how are their careers progressing? And because the more prestigious your resume is, the more likely you're going to get invited by Team USA. So if Dame Lillard can make a couple more All-Star teams and maybe one All-NBA selection in there somewhere, maybe.
I mean, we're set on point guards. We don't have to worry about that. I'd say the 4s and the 5s, I think our wings, like I said, we both said we'll have PG back. What'd you say on Butler?
Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi Leonard's going to be there.
Absolutely.
He has to be there.
Especially with Pop. What that means, man, if Pop knows that he has him on an Olympic year, he's going to be playing Kawhi Leonard like 5 minutes a game. Like, no, we need your rest. Like, we're playing in the Olympics. Get your rest.
No. He's going to write, when it comes down, remember he wrote Tim Duncan old in terms of why he wasn't able to play. He's going to write Kawhi's cornrows didn't get done the night before, so he can't be on national television. Like it'll say struggle braids.
I think it's so funny that if this was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, like it seemed like everybody had cornrows, and now I feel like Kawhi Leonard is the only one in the NBA that still rocks the cornrows. Like,
and it's not a woman in like UFC, like with the box. They took that over, started calling them boxer braids.
Boxer braids. Yep. Yep.
Boxer braids. Oh my God. Yeah, nobody rolls their hair anymore, dude. I want you to name me like 3 players with cornrows right now.
That's what I was just saying. I can't. Okay, Kawhi. I really don't know that I can do it. There's got to be some like strange.
Did Gerald Green have cornrows at all this year?
Joe Green.
Gerald.
Gerald
Did he have
Green.
cornrows at all this year? Did Amari have no? Amari cut his hair, didn't he?
Amari, he didn't have cornrows since like high school. When he was in like Orlando, he had cornrows.
No, when you reach a certain age, just like, man, Tyronn Lue.
Okay, I mean that was the AI generation. Like Latrell Sprewell, like dude, everybody. And now he's literally the only one that I can think of in the entire NBA that has cornrows. Like, I'm sure there's somebody that obscure that plays a couple minutes here and there, but man, I don't know how we just got on cornrows from Olympic basketball, but it's what we do. It's what we do.
That's what happens, baby. That's what happens. It's because we were just naming the reasons why Greg Popovich won't play Kawhi Leonard in an Olympic year.
Rest.
Struggle breaks.
Cornrows. Got to give the cornrows a rest. All right, so this has been solid. Good 40 minutes, however long it is, but
really,
we're switching to football coming up. So who's your football team? I don't even know if I know that.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Yeah, we fucking suck, man. God, we suck. But Tannehill has looked good in the preseason. You want to hear something really messed up? In terms of, I think it was like possible games that Ryan Tannehill could have played in his first 4 years, 64. Games he's played in, 64. He's in the top 4 in the history of the game in terms of passing yards their first 4 seasons. And it was like Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck,
Stafford.
And I don't think Stafford's in that 4 though.
He threw for like $5,000, like his. Oh, you know what? I think he got hurt one of those years. So all right, touche. That leads to your point. Touche.
And so we have one of the worst offensive lines in the league, and this guy is always just getting destroyed. And we need to do more plays that involve his legs, I feel, because when you used to be a receiver, we might as well take advantage of that.
You're preaching to the choir about having your quarterback with a bad O-line. Romo got hurt so many years. Now that he finally has a good O-line, he still got hurt last year. But that's trust me, we have a good Romo debate coming up next time. Whoever wants to step up to the plate. So, but yeah.
I think also that kind of speaks though to the fact that he's 35 now, 36. Like you get older, man. It just doesn't hold together like it used to. Hey, I'm 28, and it gets harder to get out of bed every day, Richie.
It's painful, but you got to do it. All right, well, let's wrap this up. Like I said, football, we'll be focused on that here for the next, couple months. Going to start kind of transitioning into a couple debates. So any of you guys watching this right now, definitely, let us know. Reach out to us on Facebook page. Send an email to sportsbrotherhood@gmail.com. Let us know. We'll bring you on, chat, talk some sports. But as far as basketball, we'll be taking a little hiatus here for, like I said, a couple months. Good Olympic recap, but it is football time now. And until next time, deuces. Out.
All right, brother.